Gaming and exercise have never really gone hand in hand. Maybe it's because to play video games, oftentimes you have to be sedentary. Or it could be the fact that the entire 90s portrayed gamers like this. Whatever it was, when it came to hobbies, it seemed like gaming and exercise were mutually exclusive. In short, gamers don't work out. Or at least that's what the world thought. And obviously, this stigma has been proven wrong time and time again, with streamers like Sunny looking like he could put Brawly in a goddamn headlock. But just because gamers can work out separately, does this completely disprove the theory that gaming can't be healthy? Sure, there are fit gamers. But as we know, correlation doesn't equal causation. Are they fit because they're gaming? No. But what if we can change that? What if we can combine the two worlds? What if we could dive into the laboratory ourselves and find out, can gaming make you fit? Well, the first thing we had to do was find a specimen. And of course, since I have no friends, I volunteered myself. Yes, I have random feats of strength like my sick acrobatics and my ability to beat up half of the League of Legends roster, but recently I haven't been lifting anything, besides the fork, if you feel me. So being an average build and basically as shapely as a piece of Play-Doh left out in the sun for 6 hours, I think that I'm the perfect vessel. So I did the entire thing live on my stream at Scooch Live. And here's how it went. At the start of the stream, I asked my chat for a number that was reasonable, yet high enough to push me to the limits as a normal man. And the number we got was a whopping 2,500 calories as a goal. For a metric, 3,500 calories is a pound of fat on a human being, and the average human eats between 1,600 to 2,000 calories a day, meaning I would be burning 500 to 900 calories more than that in one sitting. Fun. The rules were simple. We had to do it all in one day, in one stream. And on that stream, we did whatever we can to burn 2,500 calories as long as the calories themselves were burnt via the games we played. So no, we couldn't cheat and play League of Legends for squats and miles or whatever. The games themselves had to be able to make your boy sweat. And though there are a plethora of devices we could have used, we called in help from the future of gaming. Specifically, a niche technology called VR. Whatever the hell that stands for. And if you haven't heard a lot about VR, let me be the first to show you just how many calories it can burn. The first game on the chopping block was a game called Thrill of the Fight. A VR boxing game that looks a lot easier than it actually is. Basically, I was forced to stand in my room throwing punches for multiple rounds across multiple opponents. Roll the clip. Here it is, ready? There you go. I kissed him. Interesting tidbit number one is that it turns out that I was quite literally throwing hundreds of punches per fight at full force, which obviously burned me out a lot quicker than I thought it would. Interesting tidbit number two is that I either have fists made out of pillows or every single enemy in that game was chiseled from goddamn adamantium. Because I landed at least 100 punches on every single one of their faces at full force, and they would not go down. However, after throwing enough knuckle sandwiches to put an entire soup kitchen out of business, and sweating out almost every single drop of water in my body, the game managed to burn, drumroll please, a measly 426 calories, which meant that we still had 2,074 calories to go, even though my shoulders already felt like some goddamn linguine. The next game on the list was one of my favorite VR games of all time, Until You Fall, which is a roguelike that basically revolves around swinging your arms and burning energy, but cool. I'm ready. Fight me. Stop being a coward. Ugh. Ah! You're a bitch, and I'm not. I'm ready to murder you. Ah, I hit my headset with my big ass biceps. Boy, if you don't get your young ass out of here. After a few rounds of Until You Fall, we managed to break 801 calories, which in and of itself is pretty impressive. That's a good workout for most people. Sure, I looked like death personified, and my arms felt like they were tied to cinder blocks, but we weren't even halfway to our goal, meaning that pacing was gonna be the name of the game. We had to do something easier that can give my arms a bit of a break, which cues in our next game. A smash hit and another fantastic VR game, Super Hot VR, which, though it wasn't as intensive as the other games on the list and also required a lot less arm swinging, it did still require a bunch of squats and movement to dodge bullets, which in turn managed to keep my heart rate up and the calories melting off like a some Gouda cheese, bringing us to a total of 901 calories burned, which at this point made me start regretting my decision. Like a lot. But hey, if I was a quitter, we wouldn't be here making this video, would we? Which brings us into our next game of Calorie Killing Madness, aka the most popular VR game that doesn't revolve around being a cute cat girl, which is easily my favorite rhythm game of all time. Beat Saber. And unfortunately, we can't show a lot of footage from it because DMCA is a DICK, but I did get to play songs that were significantly above my skill level, and via enabling no fail, I at least got to pretend to play it while flailing my arms around like a kid with 2 pool noodles after drinking a case of Monster. And since Beat Saber is actually a very draining game to play, we reached our halfway point, a very impressive 1,250 calories burned, which is already an amazing feat. I could have stopped there and I would have been happy. At this point, we've been playing fitness game for around 4 hours with breaks in between, and I also looked like a raccoon because of the dents that the VR machine was leaving on my face. But hey, I still had it in me. So we took a quick break in the form of some chicken brought to me via a wise man on Uber Eats. And he came in and he told me something very important. He looked me in the eyes and he said, "Look, Scooch, did you know that the majority of the people watching your content aren't subscribed? You spend a lot of time and effort doing your best to release high quality content as frequent as possible. And honestly, I think that your subscribers would have a lot of fun subscribing to your channel and ringing the bell so that they don't miss out on any high quality content. It's important to remind them to subscribe because you love them no matter what, and maybe even ask them to leave a comment for the algorithm too, because anything helps. You gotta do that for me, Scooch. Can you do that for me?" To which I replied, "Sir, how do you know what I do? Please get out of my house." We started trekking on the second half of this increasingly difficult journey. And finally, we took a step out of the virtual realm into the last game on our list. A game that I have history with. A game that is the GOAT of fitness gaming and also significantly harder than any other fitness game I've ever played in my life. A game by the title of Ring Fit Adventure. And I know what you're thinking, but Scooch, you're only halfway through. Can you really burn 1,250 calories in one sitting through Ring Fit Adventure? And the answer to that is yes. Hell the fuck all the way yes. C. For those of you who don't know, Ring Fit Adventure is a Nintendo fitness game, which revolves around this weird ring thingy that has a lot more resistance than you think. It's an RPG that's actually pretty fun and deep with a nice soundtrack and a fun story. And I could spend hours talking about it, but instead I highly suggest you guys watch my good friend Yako's video on it because it's probably the best video on Ring Fit Adventure that exists on this website. But if I could put it in one sentence, it would be, this game will break both of your kneecaps and spit on your mangled body while Fortnite dancing at your funeral. Is that a good one? In basic terms, if you want it to be, it is very, very hard. There's squats, there's pectoral presses, there's sit-ups, there's yoga poses. You have to literally run to move in the stages. You even have to do a weird ab crunch thing to block attacks. It takes the idea of fitness gaming to a whole new level, and by golly, my mettle was tested.
Just a little more.
Please. Stop throwing boxes at me. I'm very sad. Please. You fucking made a treadmill work. What a piece of shit. Just shut up and face me, dragons. All right. What does the most damage? I'm about to fucking yoga the shit out of this man. Power yoga. Power yoga. There's so much power in this yoga. We still have to burn 80 more calories. And how we're going to burn these 80 calories is by holding this victory pose. You ready? We're gonna hold it. Nope, we are not gonna do it. It burned. It hurt. My knees literally sent me a 2 weeks notice halfway through, so right now I am looking to hire new knees. But through all the pain, the squats, the sweat, the blood, the uncomfortable, I might die right now boners, and the tears, we did it. We, as a community, set our goal, and we barely made it out alive. We burned 2,500 calories in a single day through gaming, which is impressive. It's absolutely bananas, and it's fucking crazy. Don't do it. It's probably the most calories I've ever burned in a single day in my life, and I used to do martial arts, like a lot. So in conclusion, can you get fit through gaming alone? Fuck yes, of course you can. And I know it's silly, and I know there's been other success stories in the past, but I think that us trying it and actually succeeding to do that ridiculous thing is a very, very awesome feat. If you're gonna try it, I highly suggest buying VR because there's a lot of good fitness games on there, or Ring Fit Adventure, which in and of itself is really amazing. There's DDR and countless other games that exist, but I do suggest that you don't go as hard as I did because 2,500 calories in a day is a lot. If you actually go back and watch the stream, there's a couple of parts where I look like I'm about to keel over, and it's because I was actually dizzy. So don't go too hard. Measure yourself and do it gently and be kind to your body. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really do enjoy doing little silly things like this because it's fun to push the boundaries of what we could do on stream. So if you enjoyed the video, leave a comment, a like, subscribe. Tell me in the comment section that you enjoyed the video because I'd love to do more stuff like this. Silly little experiments, putting little tasks and trying to accomplish them. It's just really fun. It gets the serotonin rushing in my brain, and I literally have the best time doing it. So thank you so much for watching if you got this far. I love you to death, and I think that's all for the video. Click the videos that are on the screen now because they're both going to be bangers. I promise they're going to be really good. Click the videos that are on the screen and you'll have a good time, okay? I love you. All right? Have a good day or night. If you have time, watch another video. I think they're all good. The editors on this channel are fantastic. I also edit too.